So in this video we will be testing the popular indicator Aroon, also known as Aroon Up and Down. To put it through its paces, we will test it on a range of settings for 3 different currency pairs. The pairs we're going to use are the EUR-AUD, the dollar-CAD and the euro-dollar. Each of these pairs contains either the euro, the dollar or both. This means that the spread on these pairs is usually pretty small. However, each one of them behave in their own manner, which gives us a bit of variety in the markets we're testing. So for those of you not familiar with the Aroon indicator, there's really nothing to it. It's this double line indicator that you see at the bottom of the screen here. The idea is that you go long whenever the green line crosses above the red line, and you go short whenever the red line crosses above. The other indicator you see here on the screen is the ATR, and we'll be using that to set our take profit and our stop losses. The Aroon indicator usually has a default setting of 14. We'll also be testing 7, 21 and 28 in this video. I had originally intended to do 7 and 21 in addition to the default 14, but 21 ended up testing pretty well, so for completeness sake I decided to include 28 as well. For testing we will use an initial risk-reward ratio of 1 to 1, and this gives a nice easy target of 50% to aim for. When you've got a risk-reward ratio of 1 to 1, if an indicator can't give you a 50% success rate, then you might as well just enter the market randomly. Our stop loss and take profit values were calculated by multiplying the ATR by 1.5. I programmed this simple strategy and back-tested it for 5 years worth of data for the 3 pairs mentioned earlier. On screen at present is accelerated footage of one of the dollar-CAD tests. Here's a simple summary of the results. As you can see, it was the higher values that performed the best, both in terms of win percentage and drawdown. However, it was the lower value of 7 which was consistently the best performer in terms of profit factor. Arguably our best result came from the 21 setting on the dollar-CAD, and this is the equity chart for that test. Our worst test was on the 7 setting for the euro-dollar, and as you can see from the equity graph, this test was so bad that you could almost trade it as a reversal strategy. In conclusion, I would say that the Aroon indicator was a little bit disappointing, with only 2 tests breaking our 50% target. If you are including the Aroon indicator in your trading system, I would focus more on the higher settings for your entry, and I would probably use something else as your exit, as the higher settings of the indicator didn't have a very good profit factor. I would also look to add some other filters to help push that success rate up well above 50%. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found the video helpful. If you did, please consider supporting the channel by hitting the like button and subscribing. This is my first attempt at making a video like this, so I apologize if it's not the most polished. Please leave any feedback you might have in the comment section below, and if you've got any other indicators that you would like tested, please let me know.